I would rather vote for a man who is convicted on 34 felony counts, but who is willing to put America first, than to cast a vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. These people are showing us exactly who matters to them. They are showing us every single day who they care about. They have $750 in aid that they are willing to give out to American citizens who have literally lost everything. People's towns, everything have been completely wiped out. They get $750. But when it comes to Ukraine, when it comes to funding other countries, when it comes to rolling out the red carpet and letting millions and millions and millions of illegals come in, you have money for that. You have money to put illegals up in hotel rooms. You have money to send our tax dollars to other countries who's doing God knows what with it. But when we have American citizens here, when they are suffering and who have literally lost everything, our government is MIA. See, this is why I like to vote for facts over feelings instead of looking at how nice a person pretends to be. Anybody can put out a good image. Anybody can make themselves look good. But when it comes down to it, look at what they're doing with the money. Look at who is getting the money. And every registered voter should pay attention to this. Pay attention to how this government is spending your tax dollars. When you go to the poll, think about this.
FEMA ain't got no money for you. They spent it on illegals. It's true. Hello, and welcome back to The Conservative Poet with me, Amania. Here on the channel, we do reactions, political commentary, throw some humor, parody in there to drive home the crazies that we are seeing in the society. Well, you've come to the right place if that is something that you enjoy. All I ask is that you interact with the video, like, share, comment, subscribe. All of that helps me out, and it let YouTube know that you want this content. So go ahead, push that subscribe button right now. First, I want to send my prayers and condolences to all those families, the states, North Carolina, South Carolina, parts of Georgia, parts of Florida, Tennessee. We have 5 major states that has been affected by this Hurricane Helene. So many American families are devastated by this. This hurricane is the worst we have seen in a very, very long time. I think it was like Katrina. I can't even remember how bad it's been, but we haven't seen anything like this. And so again, friends, I have to always go back to the scriptures to say, we have been told in the book that we are going to see these things, and for us not to fear, for us not to be shaken up because these things has to happen. But when they do happen, we have to realize that we need help. You need help cleaning up the mess. We need help with supplies. We need help with rebuilding. We need help to put our structures back together to try to get back to some kind of normalcy, right? And so the federal government had put systems in place called FEMA, right, to aid Americans when these kinds of disasters happen. That is why FEMA exists. This is why they take taxpayer dollars and they put it into FEMA so that FEMA will be able to be on the ground to come out and help people with money, with aid, with whatever they need. This is the existence of this, and they pour money into it every time, again, from we the taxpayer. So we have 5 states that has been devastated by this hurricane. But the people on the ground, some of them are saying, you know what? We're not getting any help. FEMA has told us to apply to their websites, even though we have no internet, even though we have no electricity, to be able to apply to go online to the internet to get this help. But they're telling you this is what you need to do. Again, the system isn't working, friends. And so we're going to talk a little bit about it today. We're going to take some clips from Kamala Harris stating that she's going to offer Americans $750, right? That's all people who has lost everything. That is all the American government is going to give to the American people. $750. But yet, illegals get double, triple, quadruple that. We're going to talk about it today. Friends, what we are seeing in the society is really cause for stress and anxiety. But if you know Jesus, you know that all of these things has to come to pass. But in the meantime, during this, all I can offer you for comfort is to burn some candles. Patriotic candles, that is. We have them in several different smells. You can go to theorlandopatriot.com and pick yourself up a candle for you, for your friend, for your family, so that during these hard times that you're able to soothe your senses by burning these amazing candles. And guess what? They're made right here in America. So support the channel by purchasing our products. Go to theorlandopatriot.com and get yourself 30% off. Thank you so much. Riddle me this, Batman. If you are an American citizen and your needs gets put to the back of the line where other countries' needs are put above yours, tell me, are you still an American? Are you still a priority to the American government? Riddle me this, Batman.
The Biden administration of using FEMA funding to support undocumented migrants. How is the White House responding to that?
I mean, it's just categorically false. It is not true. It is a false statement. And look, the fact of the matter is, I think Washington Post fact checker did a piece, and the headline recently, just moments ago, not too long ago, and the headline was, "No, Biden did not take FEMA relief money to use on migrants, but Trump did." I'll leave it there. Yep.
Secretary Mayorkas had said earlier this week that he was concerned that FEMA didn't have enough funding until the end for the rest of the hurricane season. Now that President Biden has seen the damage firsthand in the Carolinas, Florida, Georgia, heard him say at the podium he may have to call Congress back from recess. What exactly is he waiting for to be able to make that call?
Look, here's the thing. We put forth a pretty substantial, robust, I mentioned this moments ago, to be part of the CR. We were disappointed that it was not part of the CR. And if congressional Republicans were serious, if they were really truly serious about doing something for the communities that was impacted by Hurricane Helene, they would join us in calling for additional funding. This is what we've been doing. And so if they're serious, they would get to work and get that done, just like with the border. If they were serious about the border, they wouldn't vote against their own bipartisan proposal that they worked with us on. They're against it now. They weren't. They would move it forward. It would actually start fixing the broken system that we're seeing right now. And, you know, they can, if they really want to help us in dealing with what we're seeing, whether it's at the border or getting more funding for disaster monies that's going to be needed to get into the communities, they should be serious. Congressional Republicans need to get serious here, and they're just not.
This useless affirmative action mouthpiece may see the flames of hell for more reasons than one. Just saying. Seen that, heard that, good. It's an absolute lie, she says. It's not true. Never. Oh, but Trump did it. So friends, let's look at this situation for a minute. Trump has been out of office for nearly 4 years. Every year they do this budget and they put money in, right? Every year they allocate money to FEMA for these things. Trump hasn't been dealing with this. So Karine Jean-Pierre, the affirmative action says, oh, well, Trump used FEMA money for illegals. Friends, Donald J. Trump, who is against illegal immigration, who advocates to build the wall to keep illegals out, who is fighting for America's best interest. She wants you to believe that Donald Trump used disaster money that is put away to help Americans to help illegals. That's what she's saying. Donald Trump used FEMA money to help illegals. Right. Sure he did, Karine Jean-Pierre. Sure he did, dear. The border is a man-made crisis, right? It's not a natural disaster. It's man-made. Man-made could be handled simply by closing up the border, right? Give immediate relief there. Nobody else, not one person walked back into this country, right? No, not one person flown in from wherever. Not one. This disaster at the border, this disaster could be handled immediately. And another way it can be handled immediately is a massive uplifting of deportation to remove a whole lot of people, right? That's going to give relief. But again, that is not what they want to do. What they want to do is to deplete America into nothing. So we're going to take a news clipping from Fox News, who gives us a little bit more information into what's happening with the government, with this hurricane. And Corey Mills, my congressman, is going to give his 2 cents in reference to all of this. Let's go. Seen that, heard that, good. Friend, if you liked that segment, then check out the full episode right here.